Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I just did the daily, and it was really bad. So, if I lose the streak and don't manage to have a zany run on this one, I'm gonna be real disappointed. It's gonna be the worst Isaac day of all time. So surely that cannot stand. 3 HP, A3Z4, VH86, bad speed, bad rate of fire, okay damage. BFF is awesome. D7 is not really great, I think, but what I will say is if you look at my stuff, doesn't it look like this is like a Charlie Brown character? Well, sorry, a Peanuts character with like a big nose and a really, really awful haircut. Anyway, give me a moment here. Here we go. Let's do it. Again, the big, horrible... Very strange way to phrase it, but the big horrible about this run right now is DPS. And that's, I mean, how many times can you hear me go DPS, 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 DPS? But it really is bad right now. But BFF is wonderful. BFF is amazing. It's one of my favorite shop items in the game for sure. Maybe closing in on like top 20 or 30 items in the game. At least in my personal ranking. And that might not seem like it's that big. I mean, surely, you know, it's not, you know, the Wayne Gretzky of items or anything like that. But I really like it, and it means that we get familiars here. They're going to kick ass for us. Like, I'm pretty sure that Gemini is affected by BFF, is it not? It's hard to tell because we just got it without having gotten BFF. So I don't know if, like, it got bigger. Or not. He also not the fastest tool in the shed for sure. However, he is doing some chewing. He's stretching that umbilical cord. Don't stretch it too hard; it'll never come back with the same turgidity that it had before. Either way, Gemini is like okay. One of these days, maybe I'll do a Northernlion, you know, top to bottom big list of item power rankings in Isaac. It would be the worst received videos I'd ever do. Well, you pageant boy, you know, 93rd pageant boy belongs in the 70s, you know? But that's the whole point of those lists. Is that everybody gets to argue over their own personal rankings of where things go. And we all have a laugh about it. Enjoy a nice horn of mead afterwards and head on down to the... Wait, I'm confusing doing a list of power rankings with being a Viking warrior in the 11th century. Okay, what do we got here? We got some spirit hearts. So we got... a tears upgrade. You know, the one thing I will say is that having bad tears doesn't seem as bad for future prospects as having bad stats in some other categories. Like, it really seems like if you've got bad tears, it's almost like it's a multiplier. And the further away from, like, average tears you are, the more valuable tears upgrades become, strictly in terms of their magnitude. Like, we got a 4 tier delay decrease. Which is great. It's incredible. Magnanimous. We are going to go to our cursed room. Normally, I'd probably try to spend 2 bombs to get into the secret room, but because of the fact that this is a Curse of the Lost, I'm a little bit more skeptical that that's going to work for us. I'm also, like, basically going to use Gemini to deal, like, almost all of our damage. Because despite that tier... increase, we're still not that well off, to be honest with you. Like, we got a below average rate of fire with below average damage. It's just not like a standard deviation below the mean anymore. Oh, and Magic Mush is an enormous help. So we're up to actually now considerably above average, at least for our damage stat. And our speed stat has been sorted as well. So, I mean, plus we got HP. So the game has been pretty nice to us right there. There's no reason to use... a bomb yet. One of these could be explosive diarrhea. Pretty Fly basically compensates for the luck downgrade, I would say. They're roughly equal. Petrified Poop. You know what? Petrified Poop is actually a surprisingly good get for us here. Because there's a lot of poop on this room. And if we can get to 5 cents, I will be a happy camper. In fact, although it's going to cost us some time... I'm going to use a bomb here, and this is going to give us... I mean, I don't really care about the hearts so much as, you know, getting a few extra pennies here. So that's 3 cents. I just want to tally it for my head here. We traded a bomb for 4 cents. Could be better. Could be worse, though. Let's leave. Yeah, actually, you know, if we're heading into the run, perhaps a little bit despondent. Things are looking awesome for us right now. If Gemini touches an enemy, one tier will destroy them. Oh, that was not a good place to take damage. Yeah, if Gemini touches an enemy, then they'll die in one hit. Even those relatively tanky enemies. So, you know, weaker enemies like this. I'm kind of surprised the spiders didn't die in one hit, to be honest with you. Life goes on. What are we looking for here? Honestly, I wouldn't mind making, like, a sick-ass familiar run. So, you know, give me Lil Brim. Give me, trying to think. Give me Demon Baby. Demon Baby plus BFF. I got nothing bad to say. Spirit Heart? We could buy a Spirit Heart. We should probably buy a Spirit Heart. Ah, but this isn't our shop. Wait a minute. This isn't my world. We don't need to buy a Spirit Heart. We just got 2 back right there. Alright. I mean, Isaac, there's patterns that you can see, right? If I'm looking at this run from like a pattern-oriented standpoint right now, I'm like 4 HP, good DPS, future prospects, and a great chance to deal with the devil on this floor. We're probably going to win. And I don't want to suck all the potential enjoyment out of this run, or at least all of the potential uncertainty out of this run before we get to that point. But, I mean, it's looking pretty swell right now. So this works with BFF, but it's not very good, necessarily. So I'm going to take it a step further. Infestation is basically no good. Remote Detonator is excellent for us, right? Well, you know what? It's excellent for us in general. The D7 I don't use properly. Book of Revelations is better now, so we'll take that. And that's a cube of meat for us, which means we are going to get a familiar that works with BFF. You know what? We've been taking too much Shoop the Whoop lately. Let's mix it up. Loki's Horns is not good enough. And Blue Baby's Only Friend. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because it would be dishonest not to take it. But I'm going to use my tiers more often, although I will say BBF, or BFF, sorry. Blue Baby's Only Friend, there we go. Combined with BFF is excellent. You know, it's obviously going to be a disgustingly good damage dealer for us. Although, this is one of, like, the least well-liked items in the game from, like, a viewer standpoint. I'm not going to argue with it, because, you know, 40,000 people are more likely to be correct than I am, I think. I am a little surprised, though. I don't see the hate for it, but, you know, if you do, more power to you, dude. I understand you vote with your not wallet, because, I mean, it's YouTube, but you get the idea. We picked up Maw of the Void, which is excellent, of course. Our damage is really good. Still, I mean, without complaining too much, I'd love to get a Tears upgrade, but 7.87 damage goes a long way towards making sure that, you know, we're in a great spot regardless. Get a bomb. The bomb will give us access to the Tinted Rock, and we're pretty much coasting right here. We're coast like Swayze. I know that the lyric in Lazy Sunday goes, and I'm ghost like Swayze. This was before Patrick Swayze had, you know, tragically passed away before his time. It was because he was the male lead in the 1980 film Ghost, of course, also starring Demi Moore. I adapted it and used poetic license for my own purposes. Anyway, here we go. Down to the next floor. And, really? I mean, I was gonna say, we're kind of beating this guppy drum. I was hoping to maybe have a little bit more, discourse on that item before I picked it up, but I accidentally walked into it. Life goes on. Either way, we are already 2 demon hearts up as a result of the Maw of the Void pickup. We have like 12 different ways to kill enemies right now. Our tiers are good. Maw of the Void is excellent. Our orbital is extremely high damage. And if you combine that with the fact that we also have Blue Baby's Only Friend backing us up here, like, it's a good situation for us. This is a bad room to have a poor tier stat on, but it's not like it matters for us. You know, even if we take a little damage, it's functionally pretty much irrelevant. This is one of the hardest runs to lose on, I think, we've had. Now, again, full run rerolls completely changed the game there, but I think Maw of the Void is our best damage dealer right now, to be honest with you. So we can choose a different weapon based on the situation at hand here. Like, We don't really need the Maw of the Void, these guys. Unless we get the ability to fly, we're not going to be able to get those hearts. But if it's the fastest way to deal with things, it's the fastest way to deal with things, you know? Okay, so, you know what? I just have to say thank you to the game. Because it didn't have to give us all these amazing things. But maybe it knows that I'm feeling a little bad after the daily that I just had. And it's saying, hey buddy, don't feel so bad, you know? Slow down, you move too fast, you gotta make the Eden streaks last. Something feeling groovy. I don't think I've ever heard the full version of that song. You hear it in, like, you know, the 1960s when someone almost had, or a movie set in the 1960s when someone almost has like a drug overdose or something. It's either that or Tiny Dancer. Not the greatest haul from a mini-boss, but... Oh, we are going to get a charge here. Not that we need it, but why not go for it, right? We got enough bombs. That'll take us to 13 cents if it pays out, which it didn't, but a 40.63, repeating, of course, extremely nerd voice, chance of a deal with the devil. I'm inclined to say that that's basically a coin flip. 40-60 odds. Let me put it this way. If you're like, there's a 40% chance this thing comes out heads and 60% chance it comes out tails, sure, I'd be betting on tails, but I wouldn't be like, hey, motherfucker, go get a more weighted coin. Unless it was like the Super Bowl or something like that. I might consider it. I mean, that's important. There's hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, potentially in sponsorships and, you know, jersey sales and commemorative coins, etc., etc. But if we're just talking about, you know, who's going to ride shotgun, who cares? Okay. We did get the coin flip to work out. We got a second level cube of meat and a ridiculous deal with the devil. We have 4 HP to the best of my knowledge. So... I want... Wait, do we have... No, we have 2 HP because we took, the deal on the last floor. So you go with this for Bookworm. No, you... you really should have taken that second. I think you take this. And you know what? I think that's good. I think we'll leave on that note. I think we have a lot of HP, but I don't want to put us on like half a heart or 2 hearts or 1 heart, you know, somewhere in that range. So I was, okay, we had plenty of HP. I was thinking about buying Brother Bobby because we have BFF, but if that's what we're going to fight about on this run, come on. You're going to fight about Brother Bobby. The real mistake there, and there's no doubt about this, is that we shouldn't have taken Satanic Bible first. That's a pretty Bush League move. But, you know, again, we gotta choose our battles in this situation. Have you seen this run? It's pretty amazing right now. I can't remember, was the last run we had the one where we had, like, every amazing item in the game as well? Or was that 2 runs ago? Because if so, you're probably beating that, wow, Northernlion, how did your luck get so good drum right now? Look, if you go back, there were some runs across the streak so far that have not been that amazing. You know, of course, we're in a great period right now. It's a golden age. But not every run en route here has been exceptional. Might as well peep this again. We're going for the Guppy Dream. Now we don't do that room because a single, like, regular chest is irrelevant to society. And so is that, probably. I was hoping for the Guppy Dream. So now we want no deal with the devil. And 33.75% chance. Well, at 40.63% chance is a coin flip. 33.75 might as well be 0, dude. What's the reasoning for that? Just don't think about it too hard, okay? I mean, when I say 40%, you're like, oh, geez, dude, that's almost 50. When I say 30% chance, you go, oh, why didn't you just say 0? Like, if you get a 40 on an exam, you could at least frame it in your head like you almost passed. If you get a 30 on an exam, you might as well have not even shown up, right? That's the human psyche's response to something like that. Either way, we're definitely, like, equipped and stripped for boss rush. What does that mean? It means I've taken my clothes off in preparation for a room that I enjoy a great deal. It doesn't mean anything sexual is going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. Time for a This Week in Skype episode. Sinvicta says, gonna watch XCOM 12 and eat my Subway brand Chicken Bacon Ranch. Michael A. Fox replies, did you hold the ranch? Sinvicta says no. Michael A. Fox says Austin will be displeased with you. Sinvicta says, what's wrong with ranch? There has been no reply since then. So for those of you who thought these conversations only took place on the show and were in any way manufactured, I mean, they're embellished for the show, but manufactured? No, we have these same conversations off camera. It's true, though. Like, if you don't watch the NLSS, you might be unaware. Austin, his Subway order of choice is a chicken bacon ranch on flatbread. Hold the ranch. And his philosophy is the cheese is already a sauce because it's melted. I know that if he's watching this, which he's not because he's a busy man, he's going to take issue with it. And he's going to suggest, like, you know, you're misrepresenting it. But I don't know, I think I've done a relatively fair job of representing it. Is that not the case? You don't need an extra sauce because melted cheese is already a sauce? I'm not going to say that there's no such thing as cheese sauce. That would be ignorant. What I will say is that I don't think melted cheese counts as a sauce. Also, to order a sandwich on flatbread, I'm not saying that he's in the wrong. It's just weird. Not even weird. Weird has connotations. It's rare, I suppose, or uncommon at the very least. I mean, I've gotten sandwiches from Subway on flatbread before, but it's, you know, I guess I kind of feel like it's trying too hard. like what a weird order. Like it's something about chicken, I guess. If you got a chicken sandwich on flatbread, that makes sense. If you got a cold cut or like a ham sandwich on flatbread, people would be like, are you okay? Do you need to be like sectioned or something? Because it's a bit of a strange order. But what do I know, you know? I ate a potato sandwich once before in my life. People act like I did it because I wanted to, or I want to, but that's not really the situation, you know? As I've told the story before on the NLSS, I was going to a friend's barbecue and I was in a bind because me and Michael A.L. Fox made a bet with one another. We couldn't go vegetarian. We were like, we'll just do it until somebody breaks, and then neither of us broke. It turned out to be extremely easy to live a vegetarian lifestyle. I got introduced to a lot of, you know, Mediterranean and North African cuisine that still remains, you know, some of my favorites to this day. Either way, going to my friend's barbecue, and they're like, hey, just so you know, like, we're only gonna have meat, so if you want something to eat, you should bring something for yourself. I was in a bind, so I bought, you know, a couple potatoes and a baguette, and I was like, maybe I'll try a potato sandwich. It was in the interest of scientific curiosity. I barbecued the potato, put it on the bread, ate it. Would I recommend it? Maybe we should have gone flies here, but no, it was horrible. It was a god-awful sandwich. It was way too many starches, for sure. I wouldn't recommend it to my worst enemy. But you know what? I tried. If you make a stupid mistake twice, that's when people can make fun of you. If you do it once and you go, yeah, this might be dumb, but, you know, I owe it to myself. I have to have some intellectual curiosity, right? I think there's a fairness to that. If I went, this potato sandwich is pretty solid, or rather, this potato sandwich sucked, but let's try it again and see how it works out for us, then that would have been a different story. But anyway. Oh, yeah, well, it's a stupid idea to get in the car accident and die. What if you die the first time you make... I'm not going to die from eating the potato sandwich unless the potato is, you know, a piece of glass. Let's not get needlessly reductive here, you know, armchair Einsteins, all right? Now I am become chat, creator of loopholes and whatnot. Anyway, we're extremely well equipped right now. That was a touchy bomb, but I think we got that chest out there enough. Sweet, dude. Sweet. Judas Shadow. Honestly, if we're gonna make Judas' Shadow work, we should just do it, dude. Just fucking stop shitting and get off the pot. Start shitting into the pot. One of these expressions works, given the metaphor. And what I mean is really like, you know, we're gonna get 2 black hearts because we have car battery and Satanic Bible. We might as well, before we use our charge, wow, bad time for a paralysis. Before we use our charge on Satanic Bible, we should kill ourselves, come back as Dark Judas, get the huge damage increase, and then we get all the value out of having these extra, you know, demon hearts around right now. And it's not going to compromise our deal with the devil chance. Not that that should be, like, the #1 priority for us regardless at this point. Alrighty. So, come down here. We're going to step on the spikes a lot. This is just like, this is your daily meditation. You know, people have, routines that they go through. You know, I wake up at 6:30, hit the snooze twice, go brush my teeth, put the coffee on while I'm in the shower, come out, put the coffee in a travel mug, drive to work, you know? That's, people have these routines that work for them. This is a great Isaac routine on today's run. Thank you, Guppy's collar. Like, this run is testing me to the slightest degree and saying, like, you know, how do you want to handle this? You know, you got Judas' shadow and all these situations. Like, it's the decisions that we should make on this run are obvious, but they're good, and it puts you in, I think, like a good headspace to make them. Like, this is a Zen-like run right now, is what I'm trying to say. And, I mean, again, it helps that it's extremely good. It might have been more trouble than it's actually worth to become Dark Judas, but I don't know. We do have 20.36 damage with a good rate of fire. Yo, listen. Alright. So, rarely have I used this item to accomplish anything, but... You trying to tell me that's a secret room? That seems unlikely. We're already stacked up here pretty nicely. And we've seen the deal with the devil. So there is one bold play here. If we want this to be less meditative and more transcendental, we could Black Rune the Polaroid and the negative. And the play there is then you get 2 items out of it, but I don't think we want to do that. That's a little ridiculous. So we took the Polaroid. We're going to Black Rune everything else. We got a fairly nice all stats, well, relatively all stats upgrade out of that. And how did you die? Did you get hit by like some flies I didn't even see or something? Basically, we upped our damage by 3 and our rate of fire by a little bit, and everything else is, if not inconsequential, at least not like that valuable. However, this run is like excellent. Remember, like every 3 waves, we're getting more demon hearts here. 2 more demon hearts for that matter, so not complaining, as long as we remember to use it. Now, also keep in mind that that might not have been the right decision, but because we had Curse of the Blind, I didn't really see too many other options. So it was either pick 1 item out of 4, right, blew ourselves up. Either pick 1 item out of 4, or get 4 stat increases that actually, like, were all at least decent for us. And again, like, I'm hard-pressed to care too much about taking a little bit of damage, because we have so much potential to get more damage back. Or more HP back, rather. Are you telling me? Oh, we can't. We killed Mega Fatty in one salvo. It's a great sign. I guess we'll just take whatever item we get at the end here. What am I looking for? I mean, if I could get, I guess tier effects are the big deal right now. Like, we don't have, I mean, this is the most obvious sentence like I've ever said. We don't have a bad run. We have a great run. It's amazing. Like, the damage is probably some of the highest damage I've had recently, at least, with, without having, like, a huge damage modifier like Brimstone or, you know, Mom's Knife or Ipecac or something going along with it. With that, things that put your damage up in that, like, you know, 40-50 range. Obviously, Magic Mush plus Judas, I mean, helps out a lot. Or, dude, that's perfect. That's actually, like, an ideal item for us. I wanted something weird that gave us, you know, something to talk about, I guess. Let's give them something to talk... Okay. So, having 30 damage, you're gonna see something a little silly in Isaac here. And what that silliness is you're gonna see a man complain about just getting a 10 damage increase. But, in the interest of being, like, 100% transparent with you, 23 damage versus 33 damage, on most rooms, like, it makes functionally very little difference. So, the problem, though, is that I'm going to lose this damage increase when I get hit. And I have to get hit, because I want to go to this curse room. So we're gonna lose. Oh no, we still got it there. And then we lost it and we got a range increase. So that's a little bit of a bummer. See, it's transient, but when it works for us, when we get one of those auras that we really like, especially like Okay, sure. Guppy, please. Guppy, please. Guppy, please. Take your dog to the vet if it's got fleas, to the tune of the theme from 1980 sitcom Married with Children, which is also Love and Marriage. I forget the composer. Seems like it could be a Gershwin. Why not, right? I mean, this run we're really again, at the risk of taking away, like, all the ambiguity about how this run's gonna go, like, look at it. We're doing pretty well right now. The odds of us dying are effectively below 0. It's actually not possible for that to yeah, okay, you got me. You got me, Mendelssohn. That's not a good... That's a composer. I wanted to combine 2 scientists. I was like, okay, Gregor Mendel and Einstein. You know, Alfred Einstein. World's greatest nuclear banker. One of the best. You remember his quote, "Do or do not, there is no try." Also, why would you invest in GICs when you can get an index fund that on average returns 7% annually when it tracks the S&P 500? I mean, his quotes are not all suited for motivational posters. Some of them surely are, though. Oh, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna take some damage here. What? It's a crawl space with a $3 bill. Invented, if I remember correctly, by nuclear banker Alfred Einstein. Einstein, there we go. We don't have small rock yet, so sure, sign me up. Sign me up for a chest full of spiders. That's my, you know, ever since I canceled Loot Crate, that's been my my go-to subscription box. Once a month, it sends you a box full of spiders. Make sure to use the code OhGodWhy to get 10% off your order at checkout. I think we're just gonna kind of coast this one down here. Are we gonna... We're on Utero 2 so quickly. Are we gonna fight Hush? I really don't see why not. Well, actually, I totally see why not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The reason you wouldn't fight Hush is because we have 3 cents. So we're not buying anything from the shop. However, you're gonna get 2 items. And then be able to open a couple of chests. Is it worth it? I mean, probably not, but who are we trying to impress, you know? Like, have you seen the stats on this run right now? We need a Guppy Paw. There's no question, you need a Guppy Paw. How close are we to a charge? 1 room away, huh? Because now we're at 6 HP. We had to take it, though. You had to take it. I'm still gonna go fight Hush. I got high apple pie in the sky hopes here. If we can buy 1 battery charge, then that's worth a lot for us. I don't even... We had 113 damage temporarily there. Mom's Contact. Glaucoma is concussive tears, but Mom's Contacts is a little better, I think. Oh, these are all red chests, right? Which actually might be fine because we only need 1 Guppy item. We have the Polaroid, so I'm going to take Spider Bite. HP, there's nothing wrong with it necessarily, though. Okay, so we don't need any keys to open these. Unfortunately... Oh, 2 Spirit Hearts is great. 3 Spirit Hearts is also great. I guess he checked this. We can blow up our donation machine. And there is a battery charge and a Spirit Heart. Although we might be able to get like a Joker card or something. Ah, fuck it. What was my thinking there? Well, my thinking there is, as long as we live through the Hush fight, we're gonna get 2 black hearts back anyway, so... Why worry right now, basically? We're doing a ton of... wait a minute, I thought we had 70 damage. What happened to our 70 damage? Now we're at like 25, and we have a speed aura increase? I don't respect that. I liked it more when we had 75 damage. Either way, like, I mean, if we wanted to, or if we want to, we could pretty much just leave all of our familiars, like, close enough to do a bunch of damage. In particular, like, that was a very roundabout way to express that Blue Baby's only friend would shit on this dude. So, I mean, where are you, Blue Baby's only friend? Why can't I find you? Why have you gone away? That's, well, let me rephrase this with a straw man. NL, are you singing Where Are You Christmas from the 2001 How the Grinch Stole Christmas live action film starring Jim Carrey, as well as Christine Baranski, who went on to uproarious critical acclaim playing Diane Lockhart in the underrated CBS drama The Good Wife. Absolutely I am. I saw it at a formative time in my life. Well, I mean, I was like 13. That's formative. It's like some of the... 13 is one of the top 10 most formative years of your life. No doubt. Don't even start with me. That's no doubt, dude. That's when No Doubt got started. No demon hearts, but again, it's fairly highly irrelevant that there's no demon hearts here. Now, is this a Delirium run? I'm pretty close to 50-50 on that right now. I would love to have the opportunity to do it after we do the chest. And the reasoning for that is I just want some extra floors to get our HP back after taking a couple hits against Hush. But, I mean, the truth of the matter is we'll probably be able to basically no problem get as much HP as we want from the Void floor, because every room that's not Delirium is going to be extremely easy for us. The question more so becomes, would we rather do the Delirium fight, or would we rather, and have a chance to die on a fight that, to be honest with you, I'm not totally convinced is very fun, or do you go to the chest and try to make some chest shenanigans happen? We don't have chaos, so it's tough, dude. It's tough, but I think I'm gonna try the Delirium fight here. We did a number on Hush. We didn't kill him quite as quickly as I would have liked, but we did a number on Hush. And so our goal here is pretty much make it to the Delirium fight with full HP, and give Delirium a chance to redeem himself. If I lose the streak because of this, well, I mean, it is what it is. We'll just start up another one, you know? Smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time I hit the parking lot, we turn heads. That should be a bookworm there. Some hoes want to choose, but the bitch is too scary. Your pimp, or your hoe chose me. Well, your bitch chose me. You ain't a pimp, you a fairy. That's, of course, Pimp C from International Players Anthem. Words to live by. Just, like, pretty much informs my ethos on a regular basis. Smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. That's like, that's my philosophy. Driving a reasonably priced 2015 Ford Focus. If I smash up that one, I don't, jeez, get a car to go or something, I guess. Zip car. I'm trying to make the joke work for you no matter where you live. Okay, so basically, Tammy's head is awesome, but... Oh, okay, no, Tammy's head is actually perfect to bring into this fight, because we weren't going to have a full charge anyway, so anything that we can get out of Tammy's head against Delirium is perfect. Now, it's not going to be as fast as the last time we fought him, which is when we had, like, some ridiculous mega bullshit going on, but should be able to do quite a number on him. I mean, we've been hit once, so we've taken off, like, you know, 20-30% of his HP, maybe? You know, 20-30. Oh, you guys aren't familiar with the film 20-30%? Stars Andrew Garfield as Garfield the cat. Except he's been infused with Ray Kurzweil's cybernetic pancreas, and now he's gone haywire, and he wants to take over all of Facebook's artificial intelligence network. Yeah, that was basically nonsensical, but I do like the idea of Andrew Garfield playing Garfield the cat. In many ways, I think it was the role he was born to play. Spider-Man? More like sleepy cat. Well, we're gonna crush Delirium. Like, I hope you don't think that I fought, or I came down to the Void to speed up the run. Usually coming down to the Void floor makes it a lot slower, but I didn't expect Delirium to be in that room. I mean, I guess when you look at the map, there's many other locations that Delirium 100% could not be, so maybe I shouldn't have rolled the dice, or maybe I should have because we won pretty handily, but hey, you know, it was a fun run. Really strong, under 30 minutes to Delirium, considering we fought Hush, did boss rush, and killed Delirium. I'm happy with that. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.